Usually I'm on the phone playing, talking jazzy, saying silly shit, telling stupid stories about my past and all that dumb shit that nobody cares about. And I can't keep the channel that long, so it's not like once I get to a couple hundred subscribers, I lose my phone and I don't even bother trying to relocate the email. My one big channel, it got terminated. But, so this is the new channel. But I want to make a real video. I want to start making real videos talking to men on some real shit, because I do play a lot. Part of my personality is to play, and I think it's in a loving way, and I think it's silly. They call me White Day Day because I'm not no tough guy like Day Day from Friday. He wasn't no tough guy. He just wanted to make his cousin laugh and say funny stories, smoke a little weed, and chill out. You know, stay the fuck out the way. That was how Day Day was. That's how I am, in a way. I'm not Day Day, the character, for real. I'm me, which is much different than Day Day. I might have some tendencies towards being silly like Day Day and wanting to joke around and not be a tough guy. But man to man, we have to stop being so damn tough. I guarantee you about 50 to 95% of murders in Chicago is over tough shit. And a lot of it is motherfuckers cannot take that ass whooping without retaliating with bullets. But let me tell you something about growing up on 63rd in California. If a motherfucker whoops your ass, he don't just whoop your ass and let you go about your business for the rest of life. No, every time he sees you, he is trying to terrorize you. That's how these people are. Once they know somebody's scared of them and they see you, they don't let up. I've seen people get their ass whooped by a guy. Like, these two people were on the same level. Neither one of them scared of each other. Neither one of them whooped the other one's ass, right? And then they finally fought, and one got the upper hand. And instead of it going back to just being even, you whoop my ass, okay, big deal. You ain't really whoop my ass that bad. We just kids. Instead of it going back to normal, the one who whooped the person's ass, the winner of the fight, literally terrorized this man. And every time he saw him, he would chase him down and try and beat his ass. And those are terroristic tactics where you don't allow a motherfucker to walk down the street without being worried about seeing you and trying to whoop your ass every time. So naturally, they get a gun. And now they're like, okay, come on, run up on me and try and whoop my ass again. I'm blowing your fucking head off. That's it, that's all. You're gone. My problem is solved. And the problem really ain't solved. The problem just gets worse, because now you might go to jail. It used to be 20% of murders got motherfucking solved by the police. But the other 80%, people knew who did it. And now you got to worry about that dude's family coming and trying to kill you. They're not going to go to the police. They're going to beat the fuck. They're going to try to fucking put you in a wheelchair if they don't have a gun. But if they have a gun, they're blowing you. They're blowing you down. They will blow shit. They don't have a gun not to blow the motherfucker. Motherfuckers will blow some shit. Even my dumbass at a young age would blow some shit. And I'm one of the more level-headed, scarier motherfuckers there are out here. And I'm white. So I'm the one white dude in the neighborhood. I was the one white dude on 63rd and Cal when I lived in 38th in Michigan. I was the only white dude on the low end. There was one other crazy-ass white boy named Ed on the low end, and he was tough. I saw him fight like 8 black motherfuckers at Stateway Gardens in the field in between the buildings, because the police hit the building, right? And I'm in this abandoned building on 36th and State, because I got this whole abandoned warehouse to myself, and I just basically made that shit my castle for like a good season or two, right? And I'm looking out the window at the projects. The project's right across the street. I'm just north of the library, if anybody knows this area. It's about a block from Sox Park on the other side of Expressway. It's called Stateway Projects. High rises, tumultuous, all that shit. And the police took all the dope from the dope dealers and said, when the customers come up through the field, if y'all go whoop their ass, we won't take you to jail. It's called Ghetto Olympics in Chicago. So naturally, 13 motherfuckers are gonna run out there and beat a motherfucker's ass for the police. So the police will just take the dope and not charge nobody. Take the guns, take the rocks, take the blows, and the weed or whatever, and not charge nobody. Maybe the police didn't want to do the paperwork, but half the time the police like to see fights. In the Cook County Jail, I've seen the police insinuate riots. The police say like this: the police aren't in there with you anyway. They're in a bubble that's outside of 2 window panes. They can't hear shit you're saying. But the dude comes in there, and the 2 dudes who wanted to fight said, all we need is 5 minutes. And this dude was an Italian, and he was like, I'm leaving, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all do. And then the whole deck went up. It went from a one-on-one fight in the bathroom, but the dude who caught the worst of it, who was my homie Rick, he was a GD, and I didn't care if he were a GD or BD. My cellie was a BD, and he rode with me the toughest. His name was Laro. He died about a year after getting out of the county. He got shot and murdered. But before, we were in the cell all day, me and Laro, and he told me when he was a boy on 71st in California, his uncle converted to Islam, got real big into this shit, and killed 7 of his family members, shot him in the cheek. He had a bullet hole. The man was only 18, saw his baby sister die. And then he gets out of jail. I remember one day my cellie Laro was crying because his girl told me she fucked around on him. And I'm like, damn, bro. It's just a bitch, dog. I've been 18. I was like 24 at the time. It was my last time locked up in the county. And I was like, bro, it's just a bitch, bro. I've been 18 before. I know how that shit feels, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. It's a lot of these pretty boys out there, and they're gonna be trying to fuck your girl. She good looking and shit. And you've been locked up 13 months fighting a motherfucking robbery. Just when you get out, that's still your bitch, but you got a get out of jail free card to fuck any hoe you want. He was like, you know what? He called me Drago. He said, you know what? He called me Russia. He said, you know what, Russia? Because of the Rocky movies. He said, you right, bro. I gotta get out of jail free for fucking her sister. She did me bogus when I was in the county. I'm like, exactly. And you could always pull that card on the bitch. And she's gonna feel bad because she knows she's bogus. She's bogus as hell. That's supposed to be your main bitch. And she did you like that, she's gonna always feel bad. And then he went and told me, she wrote him a letter. He read the letter to me. And she said, you know what? I don't even know why I did that shit. That shit didn't feel right because it wasn't you. And that's how females are, man. Females ain't meant to be out here fucking a bunch of different dudes. I have a theory of why prostitutes look so bad health-wise. Even the ones that don't do drugs. Their knees are ashy, their hair is all looking malnourished, like they need to put some kind of motherfucking beeswax in it or some kind of conditioner because the shit is dried out. They're smoking Newports. They smell like Newports because mentally fucking a bunch of different dudes, it ain't good for the woman's health to be fucked by a bunch of different dudes mentally or physically. Because mentally, a woman ultimately wants one man to love her and take care of their babies. And it's hard for a man to love babies that ain't his. So ideally, a woman wants the baby daddy to be all of the same motherfucking, like say she got 4 kids. She would prefer, if she was to tell the truth, all 4 of them children are from that one man and he loves her to death because she got all his kids. But these hoes these days, they're so fucked up in the head, they say shit like this. They say, if I have one baby by you and you ain't right, that's it, I ain't having no more. What you mean, bitch? So you gonna have one baby by a motherfucker who ain't right, then you gonna have another baby by a motherfucker who ain't right, then you gonna have another baby by a motherfucker who ain't right, And every time you think the motherfucker ain't right, you just go have another baby by another motherfucker that ain't right. You got 4 different babies, you got 4 different motherfuckers that ain't right. It fucks with their psyche. All them children ain't full-blown brothers and sisters. Some of their dads will do things for them, and some of their dads will be in prison, and some of their daddies might die, and some of their daddies might just not come around because he got a new family and a new bitch with 2 more babies he got to worry about. It's not good for the children. And this shit is so ghetto. It's 2020. We're living in a fucking post-apocalyptic future. We got this crazy political system. We got motherfuckers at war that are supposed to be allies. I mean, they say you gotta watch your best friends closer than your motherfucking enemies. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. When it comes down to like people gangbanging and people doing shit out here in these streets of Chicago, stay to yourself, man. You see me in the woods, I'm building motherfucking tree houses for my little baby. I'm with my baby. I love my babies. I love my sons, daughters. I love them. That's it. There is nothing better than the love, a godly love, you know, a Christian love between a man and a woman. Sex is beautiful then because it's not just fucking and getting off. No, it's love. You're making love. You love that woman. You know what I'm saying? You love her. That's what you gotta do. And I think I just need to start trying to spit knowledge on this channel and stop being so silly. And I need to turn down my jazzy voice a little bit. And maybe wash my damn face before I get on this fucking camera, because I'm gonna start putting a filter, a black and white filter, because I look crazy. Especially with this mane I got. I got a motherfucking lion's mane back there. This motherfucking haircut, this is the longest my hair's been since I was a little rock and roll kid, because my mama listened to rock and roll and she let me grow my hair long. I was like little Axl Rose. But once I turned 15, 14, 16 and shit, I started slicking it back, because I lived by some Mexicans and shit, and they had hairnets and they were all gangbanging and shit, slicking their hair back. So I started doing that groovy shit. But then I just started going with the bald fade and the #1 fade on the side. And I must have kept that fade for a decade until coronavirus hit and my barbershop went out of business or shut down. And I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna grow my shit. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but my girl said I'm gonna look like the crazy guy from the House of 1,000 Corpses or Devil's Rejects. I'm like, baby, you ain't gotta get down on me like that, make fun of me like that. Do I ever sit there and tell you you're gonna look like the crazy bitch off a movie? No. But she'll get down on me from time to time. It ain't cool, but you know, I just absorb that motherfucking ignorant ass shit she says, knowing that she's just playing with me, and sometimes I play with her. I can't play with her too much though. You know, women, you can't play with a woman too much before that bitch starts thinking about hitting you with some shit. You could push her up to the line, but do not push her over the cliff, because you will wish you hadn't. Because now for the next 20 minutes, you got to tell her, look, I was just playing. I love you. Why are you getting so damn upset? I was joking. Oh, you was just joking, though. You think telling me I look fucked up is joking? I'm like, baby, I wasn't even saying, you know what I mean. Now you got to explain yourself to her. Now you low-key feel bad, but no, you really didn't say shit. And she's all in her fifis. I don't know, man. I'm gonna, God bless, glory be to God. I'm gonna make this an uplifting channel. It's just my life has been so crazy. We're all traumatized. I watch a lot of history, man. I see what boys have gone through and men have gone through in the past. Imagine being deserted by the German army behind Soviet lines and forced to surrender in the middle of winter to the Soviets and march to Siberia. We should be thankful. We should thank God that we have the health to still get on our knees and pray. I believe that. My daddy told me that like about a month ago. He almost died and shit. He said, just be thankful that you're able to still get on your knees and thank the Lord. Thankfulness. My baby, my first son was born on Thanksgiving. Don't play with nobody's baby or their family either. That's too disrespectful. Don't joke about nobody's baby mama. Don't joke about nobody's motherfucking kids, man. And these dudes here in Chicago are so disrespectful. They joke about dead people, man. What the fuck? How much? Why? I'm not going to be able to be the one to tell them to stop doing this shit. Nor will I even attempt to think about telling a motherfucker to stop killing each other. I can't stop shit. It's one for one. It's not even about making drug money. Them motherfuckers, they're making money off rap now. Way more than drugs. They don't need to motherfucking do anything but gangbang and pump guns in the neighborhood and money and shit. This shit's crazy. I just saw they killed that dude King Von. I saw him go to the Parkway Projects and pass out $100,000 cash.